Who was the Zodiac murderer? A question that has puzzled many for decades. This chilling query echoes through the annals of unsolved mysteries, reverberating with the sinister undertones of a tale that remains unfinished. A story steeped in cryptic messages and a lingering sense of dread. A narrative that begins with the Zodiac murderer. In the heart of our city, a malevolent shadow once lurked, leaving a trail of terror in its wake. The Zodiac murderer, as he came to be known, was no ordinary criminal. His crimes were marked by a distinct signature, a macabre calling card that sent shivers down the spine of even the bravest souls. Each crime scene was tainted with a cryptic letter, a message from the murderer himself. These letters were filled with symbols and codes, a cryptogram that served as a chilling reminder of the killer's cunning and audacity. The cryptograms were as complex as they were unnerving, a twisted testament to the killer's intellect and his perverse delight in the fear he instilled. Many have tried to decipher these cryptic messages, to unravel the mind of the Zodiac murderer. Expert code breakers, seasoned detectives, even armchair sleuths have pored over the cryptograms, hoping to uncover the killer's identity. Yet, despite their best efforts, the case remains unsolved. The Zodiac murderer's identity continues to elude us, his cryptograms a confounding puzzle that has yet to be solved. But in the vast sea of unanswered questions and unsolved mysteries, a glimmer of hope emerges. A beacon in the form of Detective Alex Reed, a man with a steely resolve and an unwavering commitment to justice, a man determined to crack this unsolvable mystery. Armed with his keen intellect and an unwavering determination, Reed dives headfirst into the Zodiac murderer case. He sifts through the remnants of the past, the cryptic letters and symbols that have confounded many before him. Reed is not deterred by the daunting task ahead. He is driven by a singular goal: to unmask the Zodiac murderer and bring him to justice. In comes Detective Alex Reed, a man determined to crack this unsolvable mystery. Alex Reed, a seasoned detective, took on the Zodiac case, ready to delve into the world of unsolved codes and cryptic messages. In the early days of his investigation, Reed found himself neck-deep in an ocean of symbols, codes, and inexplicable patterns. Each crime scene was a puzzle, a cryptogram waiting to be deciphered. As Reed began to piece together these puzzles, he noticed a pattern. The symbols weren't random. They were connected, forming a cryptic narrative that pointed to something much larger than a single murderer. It was as if the Zodiac was trying to communicate something, a message hidden within the chaos. This wasn't just a series of murders. It was a macabre story being told in the most terrifying way possible. And then, Reed made a breakthrough. The symbols, the codes, they weren't just a murderer's signature. They were linked to an ancient secret society that once held sway over the city. A society shrouded in mystery and lore, whispered about in hushed tones among the city's elite. Reed's investigation led him into the city's underbelly, a world of power, privilege, and deeply guarded secrets. He discovered a network of individuals tied to this ancient society, some of whom held influential positions in the city's hierarchy. It was as if the city's elite were entwined in a web of conspiracy, with the Zodiac murders at its center. As Reed delved deeper, he began to realize the chilling truth. The Zodiac murderer might not be acting alone. The cryptic messages, the pattern in the killings, they all pointed to a larger conspiracy. A game of power and control, with the Zodiac being used as a pawn by the members of this secret society. Little did Reed know, he was about to uncover a conspiracy far bigger than he could have imagined. Reed's investigation had just begun, and he was already on a collision course with forces that did not want their secrets exposed. The deeper he dug, the more dangerous the game became. But Reed was not a man to back down. He was determined to unravel the truth, no matter the cost. Beyond the Zodiac murders, Reed stumbled upon a network of individuals connected to an ancient secret society. This wasn't just a group of hobbyists, but a clandestine organization. Its roots burrowed deep into the city's elite. Politicians, business tycoons, influential figures, all entwined in a complex web of power and secrecy. It was as if the city itself was under the shadow of this ancient order, unknowingly dancing to its tune. Reed's investigation revealed coded symbols, not just in the Zodiac's messages, but also in architecture and city planning. This society was everywhere, hidden in plain sight. The realization hit Reed like a punch to the gut. The Zodiac murderer was not an isolated maniac, but a pawn in a larger, more sinister game. A game orchestrated by masterminds who held the puppet strings of the city. But the deeper Reed delved into this labyrinth, the more dangerous his quest became. The society, which had thrived in the shadows for centuries, had no intention of being exposed. The detective found himself in the crosshairs of those desperate to protect their secrets. Threats came not just from the society's members, but from within the police force itself. There were moles everywhere, watching, waiting to strike when Reed let his guard down. Yet Reed was not deterred. He knew what was at stake. He had to tread carefully, trusting only a select few. Every step forward was a risk, a gamble against the unknown. But he was determined to expose the society, to bring its dark agenda into the light, and to ensure that justice prevailed. As Reed navigated this web of power and secrecy, he found himself in the crosshairs of those desperate to protect their secrets. He was now part of this dangerous game, a game where one wrong move could cost him his life. But Reed was resolute. He knew that the truth was within his reach and he wouldn't stop until he had uncovered it. With danger lurking at every turn, Reed had to tread carefully, relying on trusted allies to uncover the society's dark agenda. In the shadows of the city's elite, Reed faced an uphill battle. He was up against not only a cold-blooded killer, but also a clandestine society with roots deeper than he ever imagined. Threats came not just from the society's influential members, but also from within the very police force he was part of. Even as he navigated this treacherous labyrinth, he held on to one undeniable truth. The Zodiac murderer was not working alone. With every new piece of evidence, Reed's belief grew stronger. The cryptic messages, the symbols, the carefully orchestrated crimes, they all pointed towards a larger conspiracy at play. The Zodiac killer was merely a puppet, a pawn in a game controlled by unseen hands. Reed's investigation was a careful dance. He knew he was stepping on dangerous ground. Every clue he uncovered, every secret he unearthed, was a potential trigger for those desperate to maintain their control. The threats grew more frequent, more intense, but Reed remained undeterred. He was a man on a mission, and danger was no deterrent. The unraveling of the conspiracy was not an event, but a process, a slow, meticulous peeling back of layers revealing the rotten core beneath the surface. With every layer that came off, Reed saw the true face of the society. It was a face of power, of manipulation, of ruthless control, and at the center of it all was the mastermind, the puppeteer pulling the strings of the Zodiac killer. Reed's pursuit of justice was not just about catching a killer, it was about exposing a system, a network of powerful individuals who thrived in the shadows, who used fear and violence to maintain their control. As Reed inched closer to the truth, he discovered the shocking mastermind behind the Zodiac killings. His confrontation with the mastermind was a climax not just to his investigation, but to the city's darkest chapter. As the conspiracy unraveled, so did the mask of the Zodiac murderer, revealing the true face of the ancient society's sinister game. In a heart-pounding climax, Reed confronted the orchestrator of the Zodiac killings. A chill descends upon the city as the mastermind behind the enigmatic codes and chilling murders is revealed. The person in question was not a shadowy figure lurking in the city's dark corners, but one of its own, a respected member of the city's elite hiding in plain sight. The city was left reeling, grappling with the shocking unmasking of a beloved figure as the puppeteer of the Zodiac murderer. The revelation was a bitter pill to swallow, a brutal reminder of the treachery that can hide behind the most benign of facades. Yet, amidst the disbelief and despair, a glimmer of hope emerged. Representing this beacon of hope was Detective Alex Reed. His determination to expose the secrets of the ancient society, despite the threats and danger, was a testament to his unwavering commitment to justice. He stood tall amidst the chaos, resolute and unyielding, a figure of resilience and courage in the face of adversity. Even as the city was steeped in shock and confusion, Reed was undeterred. He did not rest on his laurels. Instead, he delved deeper, unraveling the intricate web that the secret society had woven around the city. His relentless pursuit of truth ensured that every secret was unearthed, every stone unturned. The aftermath was a whirlwind of emotions and events. The city's elite were scrutinized, their secrets exposed to the harsh light of justice. The police force was shaken, forced to confront the corruption within its ranks. The people of the city, though rattled, found solace in the knowledge that justice was being served. The Zodiac murderer mystery, a case that baffled many, was finally cracked open by Detective Alex Reed. A beacon of hope, he stands tall, a testament to relentless pursuit of truth. His story serves as a reminder that no matter how convoluted the mystery, the truth has a way of surfacing,